Well, that's gonna be a trick right there. That's gonna be the trick. Just getting this thing. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today we're gonna take this crusty, rusty, twisted mess of a crash bar off the bike, and we're gonna replace it with a brand new Santoro Fab crash bar. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Last weekend we were working on the Road Glide. This weekend we're turning back into the Road Glide to try and get it all finished up and fixed up. We're gonna mount that Santoro Fab crash bar and get it going. So last weekend we were trying to fit this Santoro crash bar onto the Road Glide. We had a little bit of a spacing issue here. Took it to work, threw it in the vise, stretched her apart. It really didn't take much at all, guys. It wasn't that big of a deal. We probably could have done it here in place, but I just didn't want to mess anything up, so we just threw it in the vise and pulled it apart a little bit. We needed about 11 1/4 here. We've got that number now. We are going to get this mounted up. Okay, here we go. Should be pretty easy now that we got these legs pulled apart. Slide it in kind of behind that clutch cable. This thing mounts right. Oh yeah, she's perfect. So it mounts on the lower side, it mounts right where the old original crash bar mounts to. And on the upper side, it mounts to the center, not where the crash bar, the original crash bar mounts. On the upper, it does not mount there. It mounts in the middle. There's a middle brace. I gotta go run onto the other side and put this other bolt on the other side. So on mine, I had this nice, I'm not sure on other guys' bikes, but on mine I have this Cycle Electric box here for the ignition system. It was mounted to that on the back side here, so just slide that guy into the back side, and they've supplied this hardware here. Should be able to go right through the crash bar, through the back. Kind of a little trick to get all three lined up, or all two things lined up through the see where that dirndl. Well, that's gonna be a trick right there. That's gonna be the trick, is getting this thing lined up through the crash bar, through the frame, and into that Cycle Electric's ignition box. That's gonna be the trick. Man, that's a pain. Trying to get... Alright, third time's a charm. Let's see if we can't get this thing started in here. Well, she is just fighting me tooth and nail. Trying to get this thing lined up all together. There we go. Ha. It's amazing what happens when you can actually like see what you're doing. Alright, so there's one. Let's see if this other side wants to go and play. Oh. Everything's kind of angled and hidden. Just doesn't want to. This second side just does not want to play right. There we go. All right, sweet, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Just like a guy knew what he was doing, and he doesn't. He's just making it up as he goes. My grandpa used to say, 5-minute job takes all day. Here I thought putting 4 bolts in on this little crash bar. Little crash bar, that's not even. Here I thought mounting these 4 bolts on this crash bar were going to take 5 minutes. And it took me 2 weeks. Had to go and stretch these lower mounts apart, which wasn't bad. Like I said, it just took a second to throw it in the vise and get that 11 and a quarter inches between the two. It actually went really easy and fast, so that's pretty slick. This Cycle Electronics ignition, I know the original mounts down here. I can still got my bolts and stuff there. All right, those feel good. Now the bar comes with these really fancy Delrin, I'm assuming they're Delrin, and end caps, disposable, right? Like when or if you lay the bike over, these things just take the brunt of all of the beating, and they're replaceable. So they got a bolt in there and a nice, what I think is, this is like an aluminum spacer washer, and then these go on the ends. So let's get these mounted up. Oh yeah, that's definitely enough. We don't want these things coming off prematurely, so we'll put a liberal coating of thread lock on that guy. So Harleys never ever shake off anything, foot pegs, whatever, all of it, none of it, ever. That's probably too much. Somebody will tell me that was too much. Somebody will tell me that wasn't enough. I entertain all thoughts. Somebody will say, "Oh, did you make sure that you Loctited those bolts on the frame?" Somebody will say, "Don't start your bike with the enrichener on." Like, don't turn your enrichener off before it's warm. Somebody will say, "Did you torque those bolts down to specified specs?" Click. Yep, that's tight. Click. Done. Here we go. Click. Perfect. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. That's going to do it for this one. We are going to keep this one super short and sweet. We had a limited time to work on stuff today. We got what we wanted to do done. We've got the crash bar mounted, everything's cool. We're trying out some new equipment. We got some mics and we got a different camera. So we don't really know if it's all gonna, until we start editing this stuff, we don't know if it's gonna even work out. This might get all scrapped, you may not even see this stuff. So hopefully it does, hopefully it works out, hopefully the mics work and the camera works good, and we can start doing higher quality content for you guys. I appreciate everybody following along. I appreciate everybody liking and subscribing. I'm gonna keep doing it, guys. You keep doing it too. See you on the next one.